It is Meal Plan Monday. I am Carrie with Cookbook Divas. I'm here with Katie. And today we're going to plan our meals for the week. Mine are going to be mostly leftovers, and we'll talk about what happened and why that is. We are on Amazon Live, YouTube, Facebook, and someday we'll be on Instagram Live when they allow me to do that.
Yes. I'm very excited.
Let's start off by chatting about our tech gear because people always ask us. I am using a Logitech Brio 4K camera. It is on sale today, a whopping 31% off, $138. It was an upgrade from my Logitech C920 that didn't handle light very well. I like that it's light and bright because you guys are going to want to see the cookbooks that we're going to show you today. I'm using a Blue Yeti professional podcaster microphone. It's not quite close enough to my face, so let me know if you can't hear me or need me to speak up. I'm going to get the chat conversation started while Katie tells us about her camera and microphone.
Yes. I also am using a Blue Yeti mic. Hooray! So you can actually see mine dented.
Oh no, what happened?
It fell through some moving, but that's great to know because it's resilient. So now you know it's pretty resilient because a lot of mics, if you dent it at all, they're gone. They're done. So this one, amazing. It still works. And then the other thing that I'm using is the Elgato face cam. So it's a little different. It's around probably the same price point, but today it's not on sale, unfortunately. It's only $149.
Dave Brooks is in the house. Hey Dave, how is it going? Dave is curious to be an Amazon influencer like us, and he has been my good friend for over 20. Let's not do the math years. Excuse me. I need to drink more tea. Dave, I was asking you if you were a prepper at all, because I think you would be amazing at doing a prepper show here on Amazon, because all the dudes are doing Jackery, power, blah, 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 and grills, but not actual prepper supplies. That would be pretty cool because it's stuff you have to buy anyway, like the Augustin Farms buckets. Let's chat. But anyway, I got to get into today's program. Feel free to drop us a note in the chat. We'd love to hear from you, where you're watching from. Dave is in the middle of nowhere where it's probably snowing.
Oh,
it's snowing here in Eastern Washington. I wanted to point out my bookshelf backdrop behind me is only $13. It's a 7 feet wide, 5 feet tall bookshelf backdrop that helps camouflage the fact that the wall behind me is boring and ugly.
I like that one. That one's cute.
So I thought I would start off the show today in the wrong direction. I'm really looking forward to happy hour today because it is snowing. At 4 p.m. at my house, it's happy hour every day, and that's after nap time. So I'll wake up from my nap and be like, oh, I could use a cocktail. That was hard work. So I'm going to bundle up, go out on my front porch, light the fire pit, make a cocktail. So this is the Cocktails in Color book. It's one of the very few cocktail books I own that doesn't have glossy photographs inside of it. It actually has illustrations, but they're so pretty to look at, and there's some interesting drinks. Like, you don't really usually need to own more than 1 or 2 cocktail books. They all teach you how to make a gimlet and a Manhattan and an old-fashioned, blah, blah, blah. We know how, and I know how to make a screwdriver. Pour vodka into orange juice. I don't need a recipe. But this one has some drinks I had never heard of. A Honey Crisp.
Yum. That sounds good.
An Aphrodite. Now, Dave does not drink, so Dave would be making a sparkling drink, but you could make a Paloma. You could throw a blood orange in there, and instead of the tequila, you could put some kind of like syrupy Torani syrup instead. A grapefruit twist and grapefruit soda or seltzer. And an Aviation is what I'm actually ordering at bars lately. I'm just kind of in the mood. And it involves gin, not usually my favorite alcohol, lemon juice, maraschino liqueur, preferably in a more expensive one, not the cheap, yucky, I don't want to name the brand, creme de violette, which I have in my liquor cabinet and need to use up, and simple syrup, and a cherry on a cocktail pick. And I have cherries that have been soaking in bourbon, not rye, because rye's too spicy for me. I have a jar of cherries that have been soaking in bourbon for a week, and it was so hard not to just drink the bourbon.
Oh my goodness. That sounds amazing.
Yeah. So this is Cocktails in Color. It's by Sammy Katz, Olivia McGiff. It's a nice little gift book, maybe for newlyweds or an adult over age 21 that just moved into their first apartment. Union Square Publishing is the publisher. And it just has classic cocktails, original cocktails, a bartending index, and essential shopping lists. And it's really pretty and colorful. Great
Oh,
gift
that's
book.
so fun. I like that.
What's the first thing you wanted to show us today?
Well, I just learned about this. Excuse me. I'm still kind of getting over being sick.
Yeah, we're both kind of like,
yeah, we're dying here.
sorry, sexy.
Yeah, so I have this book that I didn't realize is actually from Maya Feller, who is a part of the Goop franchise. I hate saying that word, but anyway.
So I've been curious about this book. Let me put you front and center.
Yeah, so it's called Eating from Our Roots. So I like this book because it's pretty global. So you can kind of see it's pretty photo forward, just like kind of actually similar to your cocktail book too. Beautiful photos. Let me see what the table of contents is. I did not get to look through that too thoroughly last time I looked. Okay, so everything is divided like pretty typical plant forward: fish, soups, curries, meats, etc. So let's look at some of these in detail. We do have a breakdown of each vegetable and stuff, which is kind of nice. She is a doctor, so she has to do these things. So here we have a mushroom chive and cheddar waffle. I am really digging the idea of doing savory breakfasty stuff, especially like things that are typically sweet. So I'm really pumped about this.
Especially on a snow day. And I forgot to mention, I'm going to go grab my farm fresh eggs that are very unusual colors because I want to show you guys. But don't let me interrupt.
No, that sounds, I love getting fun eggs. They make it breakfast fun. Okay, so we eat savory French toast. I never thought I could do this. That's awesome. So she's got a lot of cool stuff in here. Let's look at some more of the global stuff. So she has this Jamaican stew. All of her recipes at the top here, you can at least see where everything is from. So it says clearly Jamaica. There's places like this one's from Middle East and North Africa. Lots of this stuff is plant forward, which is kind of nice. Not everything is just plants. It's not a vegan cookbook or plant-based, but she does emphasize eating more vegetables, which I need to do. This one is from West and Central Africa. So she features a lot of dishes that are just, very international, like just in general. I really like that. Usually when people are like international, it's like a few here from Asia and a few here from the Middle East or the Mediterranean. And then it's like not really international. Oh, wow. More Jamaican recipes. I actually haven't had any more had very many Jamaican recipes. Granny's Callaloo. That sounds awesome. This looks really good for breakfast too, actually. So very cool cookbook. It does feature a lot of African recipes, Jamaican, Caribbean. Beautiful cookbook. Really
I got to interrupt and say hello, Andy. Andy is my new influencer friend that I met yesterday on his show. Thanks for the wave. I didn't want you to think I was Katie, and Katie was the one talking to you yesterday. That was me. Glad that you could catch our show because it's pretty late at night where you're at. Are you indulging in a beverage, perhaps, Andy?
That would
Go ahead, Katie. I had to interrupt to greet our viewer.
It's been a while since I've live streamed, so I keep forgetting. I gotta look and see
Coke
where
Zero.
people are. Yum. Okay, so here's some more. We have West and Central African food here too. So yeah, lots of really beautiful, bright photos featuring lots of international dishes from everywhere. I know most of these have been focused like African or Caribbean, but there are other ones too. Like I saw a few from Switzerland. This one's the Philippines. Ooh. So yeah, it's a pretty fun cookbook. I do recommend looking through it. There's a lot of interesting details about what the benefits of each food are, but I am not a doctor, so I'm not going to talk to you about those things. I just thought this was
surprised you got that from the library, because didn't it just come out and everyone was trying to get a hold of one?
Yes, I think I might have did a pre-order library. I was like going through and yeah. So check this one out. It's fun. I like it. What's what's your actual cookbook? Do you have an actual cookbook next?
No, I'm going to do a little bit of show and tell.
Ooh, okay.
I am slamming the tea really hard today. I need the caffeine. My voice is kind of messed up. I think I forgot to talk to myself this morning to warm up or talk to the dogs. I know I was talking to Victor because I was yelling at him to eat his breakfast.
Bud.
So I wanted to mention that I'm drinking Harney and Sons cherry blossom tea because I need a break from Earl Grey. But I was watching Picard last night, and Jean-Luc Picard always drinks Earl Grey tea, and it reminds me of it. But I woke up and was like, no, it's almost spring. I'm going to drink cherry blossom tea. And then it started snowing. So I'm going to switch back to Earl Grey because I'm halfway done with my mug. So this is Cherry Blossom, a delicate green tea with springtime cherries. You can get it on Amazon. I love the tin. It looks so cute in my cupboard. When I drink up all these sachets, I'm just going to put other tea in this container. And then if guests come to my house, they'll be like, yay, cherry tea that smells like blackcurrant. Ah! And they'll get really mad. But look at this tea. It keeps them fresh. However,
I love that.
This is only 20 sachets. I drink about 3 of these a day. So this is a 1-week supply.
Oh, wow.
And the other thing I like is this is tin-ish. You can recycle it and use it again. Don't just throw it in the trash. They can make more of these.
Yes.
And my other show and tell was we went to a winery nearby that had farm fresh eggs from their 36 chickens. And eggs are super expensive right now in the US, and I'm sure they are in the UK too, Andy. But the winemaker sold me these eggs for $6. What? Farm fresh. And they're unusual colors. She said that her husband has a hobby of finding chickens to buy that are going to make unusual colored eggshells. And I've never seen one this dark before.
I have not either.
And Katie's Uncle Mike was over this weekend, and we made him make the most delicious. He made an omelet, and he said, can I put spinach in it? And I was like, no, I'm going to be live streaming. I don't want to have it in my teeth. So then he didn't use spinach, and then I didn't live stream. He put onions in the scrambled eggs or the omelet, which I never would have done. And he cooked them a nice long time with some mushrooms. They didn't hurt my stomach. And then he picked fresh herbs out of my window, which has mint, which he thankfully didn't put in the eggs.
Yeah.
Oregano, parsley, and I think he used a little bit of the rosemary. But look at these colors. Wow.
That's so good. Those are
I'm
cool.
Delighted. I really wanted to buy 2 dozen, but I'm like, there's a shortage right now. I'll just not be greedy. So I'm going to ration these, and I would not bake with these. I would never bake with farm fresh eggs. That's a waste. So breakfast today, breakfast tomorrow, and breakfast the next day that I'm all out of eggs. Sad face.
No. Oh.
Did you have another cookbook you wanted to pull up and share with us?
Holy moly. I have a couple cookbooks actually. So I'll try to go through these a little faster. Okay.
Oh, no, we're not in a rush today. We don't want to go do our other work, which, as I was telling Andy, shoppable videos make a lot more money than live streaming when you're at our baby little level of, we have 365 followers this morning, thanks to Andy. The rest of you watching, don't forget to hit the follow button, because then you can be notified when we go live. Like my friend Dave, we went live and he instantly is like, hi, what? How did you know?
That's true. That was really fast. Okay, the next one I wanted to share with you is The Walks of Life. This one also just came out, I think in February. So this is American Chinese cuisine. So this is definitely stuff that I grew up with. This was one of my sisters and my favorites. We had an awesome Chinese restaurant down the street we'd go to all the time.
Oh, I miss that place. Oh.
I do too. I wish I could eat there. Okay, so here's our table of contents. It's fairly standard: noodles, rice, poultry, eggs, pork, beef, lamb, fish. We have vegetables, soup, stock, sauces, etc. But there's some recipes in here that are not necessarily things that I know that I grew up with. So for instance, I just saw some, this one we clearly had. This one was so perfect. Vegetable and mushroom spring rolls. I like how they've divided everything up in this book. It's very easy, very organized, and the pictures are huge, which is wonderful. So I never grew up with cucumber salad for when I went to like American Chinese restaurants, but when I went to more Korean restaurants as I got older, this became more prevalent.
Does that have a lot of chili spice in it? Like, is it kind of spicy?
Yes, it's got Szechuan chili flakes, and I love those. They make my mouth tingle. I love them. We have a crab rangoon, another classic we used to eat all the time. Here is wontons. Something that's really awesome about this cookbook is there are step-by-step photos here. I need to find it. Every time I want to find a step-by-step photo, I can't ever find it. Oh, I found one. So there are step-by-step photos in here, which is really nice. Sorry, Carrie. Of course, it's chicken. Let me see if I can find one that's not chicken. That's step by step, but it's really great. Okay, so classic sesame chicken recipe. Steamed eggs with chicken and oyster, mushrooms. Yum. Lots of really good stuff. Here's pork. Let me go to the vegetarian one so that I don't torture Carrie anymore. So more step-by-step photos. This is for taking apart lobster, so that's kind of helpful. I've never personally done that before, so blanched greens with oyster sauce. Here's one. This is a restaurant style cauliflower dry pot.
Ooh, I have a giant cauliflower in the house right now that I have to use up.
I do too. So I'm really pumped about that. We also have leafy greens 4 ways. So lots of great recipes that are familiar, and then others that, like I've never had before. Home style tofu is one we used to get a lot at restaurants. Mapo tofu is one of my favorite dishes to make now. And another thing about this cookbook that's really cool is that a lot of these are actually really easy to make. So once you get the foundational sauces or spices, etc., then all you really need is like a meat and a few vegetables, and it's pretty solid. I would say this is really easy for most weekday meals, except for like milk bread, unless if you had a bread maker. But I love that they have even a baking section in here.
Ooh.
Red bean pineapple buns. Oh my God.
I bet those are moist.
They're probably so good. Oh,
I better not talk about moist buns because I'm too immature.
It's okay.
And Dave is watching. That's going to be a problem.
These were my favorite things. Anytime we'd go to a buffet. Have you ever gone to the Chinese style buffets?
No, because I'm terrified they're all full of meat and seafood.
No.
I love donuts.
Yeah.
Weakness.
So this one's fun. This is the Walks of Life. Definitely check this one out if you like Chinese American cuisine. So that one is a favorite of mine.
All right. Jen has dropped her link to her PNW Wine Life and Style Amazon shop, and hopefully it'll be full of shoppable videos, and then we'll get her live streaming too soon. Yay!
Oh,
she's been very busy taking care of other people. And it was her boyfriend's birthday. And pretty soon it's going to be her birthday.
Ooh.
So the next cookbook I wanted to chat about, I just got, and this is not a library book. I had a little retail therapy day to deal with stress. So, hey, it could be worse. At least I didn't buy a car or an expensive handbag. I bought a cookbook. Okay.
Yeah.
6 spices, 60 dishes, 10% off. There is Andy's link in the comments. Be sure to follow him. He streams about tech, and he had some really cool lighting. Oh, my gosh. Cool. So, Andy, we need to level up because I'm supposed to have some kind of cool moving lights behind me, not just like a funky light on there. Something moving in the background really entices viewers to stay longer.
Oh.
So this is Indian recipes that are simple, fresh, and big on taste, and they go through the 6 spices and then show you what you can do with them. So the chapters are health-giving soups, bright salads, and unusual raitas. And I love raita. It's the yogurt dip that helps me deal with the spice because I'm a wimp.
It's so good.
Andy says, we'll sort you some nice colored lights out. Thank you. They need to twinkle. And my Christmas lights were either on or off. I didn't have any that kind of flash. I was like, what am I doing wrong? Chapter 2, vegetables, leaf, flower, fruit, and root. And then hearty dals, otherwise known as lentils and beans. I'm a vegetarian. I have to eat lentils or beans every single day so I don't get sick. Nourishing grains and more. And then uncommon mains, eggs, seafood, and meat. So let's take a look. Versatility is my secret sauce, he says. Good advice. Gorgeous photos so far. I want to see a recipe, though. All right. Yogurt soup with dill. It's so hard to photograph yellow food and make it look appetizing, but they did a good job.
Yeah.
And quick and spicy shorba with meatballs.
Oh, man, that looks really good.
That is a snowy day food right there.
Yeah.
It is snowing, and I'm not even out in the snow, and my house is set at 69 degrees. Sorry, Andy Fahrenheit. We Americans are savages and don't know how to say Celsius temperatures. But it's nice and warm, so why am I looking out the window at the snow and going, I need chili. I need mashed potatoes and mac and cheese comfort foods. I'm not even affected by the cold right now. This is called a hawk something soup with brown rice and a boiled egg.
Ooh.
I am not going to boil one of my farm fresh eggs. No. Fahrenheit is fine. I'll just Google the conversion. Bright salads and unusual raitas. What's an unusual raita? Ooh, green bean peanut salad. For those of you that are not allergic to peanuts, here's a great way to add protein to one of your side dishes. And flavor. Mung sprout salad. I'll have a no thank you helping. Not my thing. Bittersweet raita. What is this? Do you have a guess, Katie? Oh my gosh.
Bittersweet raita.
Yeah, what would you think those are?
Oh my goodness.
It says they are medium Karela or Asian bitter melons.
Whoa.
Wow. Okay. This is turnips with green garlic. I was going to think that was tofu if I just looked at the picture, the way they had cubed it like that.
Yeah.
Whoa. Jen, they were bitter melons that we've never heard of that kind. Here's a farmer baby stir fry. And I think I see some peanuts in there. Baby eggplant, excuse me. I've been corrected. This is a more unusual Indian cookbook than I've seen before, and I'm glad I bought it. Tropical winter peas on rice, and I bet you could spice that up to your own liking. Indian pineapple curry. Jen and I love going to a Indian restaurant in Walla Walla, Washington, a small town in the middle of nowhere in wine country. I'm so hungry for that restaurant. Jen says, I've heard of that. It's supposed to be very healthy. Spicy curried mung sprouts. And what I like about this cookbook is they show that this has a vegan option and a gluten-free option too, and they tell you how to do that so you can adjust it to your own preferences.
Perfect.
This is sour mango lentils.
Whoa. Yum.
Jen says, me too. We love that restaurant on Main Street. Chickpea crepes with shit. A word I'm not going to say on camera because I almost said a bad word. Peppers. Peppers that start with the letter S. And finally, let's look at roasted eggs with fennel, but I'm not going to use my farm fresh eggs for that. I'm going to use my old refrigerator eggs. And fennel tastes too much like licorice for me, so I don't think I could handle it. But a lot of people would like that. Salmon 2 ways. So this is 6 spices, 60 dishes. I hope you enjoyed this cookbook preview. Katie, what is next from you?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so this cookbook is a bit torturous for me. It is the Milk Bar All About Cookies cookbook. I got stuck. It was like a big rabbit hole looking through this cookbook because it's super photogenic. I mean, even the back has all kinds of cool cookies and stuff. The inside does too. This is addictive. Like this dangerous cookbook. Okay,
I'm gonna sit here like this or turn your camera off when you're looking through.
I know.
For my own protection.
Oh, okay. So we talk about fudges, bars, sandies, Sammys, low bakes, and no bakes, which I think is extra dangerous because then it's like a no wait time. You can just stir something up and eat it right away. It's terrible.
Yes.
Snaps.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah. There's cookies that like to party, crunchies and crispies. Okay, so something that Christina Tosi does that I think is phenomenal. She has made crazy cookies with some of the most amazing ingredients. She has a Ritz cracker cookie. I like that I immediately turned to that cookie.
Could you use up, like I always have the bottom of the Ritz cracker box is full of just crumbs. Could you use those in that?
I actually, yes, it says crushed slightly. So as long as you don't like super crush the rest of it. Yeah. But I love her creativity in all of her different recipes, like a carrot cake cookie. Like, I don't know why that was such a hard thing for me to conceptualize, but it's easy. I was like, what?
I'm guessing it's moist and not dry and crumbly.
Yeah. Milk flake crisps. I mean, oh man, I know that she loves to use cereal in her cookies or pretzels, just all kinds of fun stuff. Here's her snap section. Another thing that's really cool about this cookbook is that she has in the beginning of each chapter, she will share all of her crazy cookies, which as you can see, they are nutty and awesome. But she has
Just like me.
I love it. It's just like me too.
I'm nutty and awesome too.
You are nutty and awesome. So everything has the page number and the name as well for each one. So if you're looking for a specific kind of cookie, you can flip to something and you'll get to it. And you get a visual as well before actually getting to the cookie itself, if that makes sense. Anyway, so and the breakdown of this is really nice. So she has everything in grams and cups. So multi-purpose friendly, even though grams is better than cups. And the ingredients are really easy to find. And like I said, they're just really interesting. She uses puddings, jellies, jello. Like she's wild. I love it. So I'm definitely going to have to look through this in depth and see if I can make any of these gluten-free. I might have to find a flour blend that I can replace with the flour here.
Because I bet just like with regular flour, there's cake flour, regular flour, bread flour. They're all a little bit different with their protein content, etc. And I bet that happens with gluten-free flours too. You want some for cookies and some for cakes that have to rise. And
yes, absolutely. Yeah, finding the perfect flour blend it can be really hard. And
Dave likes the idea of pudding cookies.
I do too. There was
you can have pudding and dip your cookie in it and eat it that way.
Carrie,
like the cookie is the spoon.
Why are you so evil? Would you be interested in a butterscotch pecan pudding cookie?
Yes,
Carrie?
I would.
I was gonna say
I'm gonna make you show it up front. Woo! Excuse me.
Yeah, I
got so excited I dropped the button.
Because I was like, next time I see Carrie, I think I should try to make these for her. Because I remember you were talking about butterscotch pudding, and I was like, she must really like this. So yeah, these are awesome cookies. And of course, if you know anything about Christina Tosi, she has her the cookie that made her famous, which is her special cornflake cookie. That is also in this cookbook. So if you are a cookie fiend, and who isn't, and you like unique cookies, I actually do recommend this book. This is like all encompassing. You could use it for the holidays, a cookie exchange. You could just have it for a weekend and have cookies all weekend. This is fun. I do recommend this. This is awesome. So I'm looking forward to making those gluten-free cookies.
Now I need our viewers to help us out. I wanted to show Jen this cool new thing that we learned from Jalissa Queen. I can't believe I didn't know it. If you click on an item in our shopping carousel down below, you're going to see it bubbling up in a tiny little product bubble on the screen here on Amazon Live. And that's how we know which items people are looking at and interested in. So click on a product, check it out. You don't have to buy it. We just want you to kind of click and see. And it's so fun to see the bubbles coming up when people look at it. Although they're so tiny, it's sometimes hard to tell what the item is. Hey, Alan, welcome to the show. We are doing Meal Plan Monday, and I was just going to explain to Katie why I need to prioritize on using up leftovers.
Oh, yeah. What's going on there?
Katie's uncle and his girlfriend came to visit this weekend, and we thought Katie's mom and dad were going to come. They couldn't, but I had shopped for a whole bunch of groceries for a household of 5 people, and then only 3 people were here, and then we got lazy. And they really liked all the restaurants that were in my town. So we kept going to restaurants and we only cooked one meal at home the whole time. So I have a fridge full of lettuce and salad fixings and tomatoes and eggs and all these. Well, we ate up all the cheese and crackers. We pigged out on the couch. We basically had a big breakfast. Then we would go to a winery and have a snack. And then we would go to a restaurant and split a couple appetizers. And we got full and we came home and just snacked on cheese and crackers and wine.
Oh.
So I have a lot of food to use up because I don't have any company coming this weekend. So I have a house with food for 5 people and just me. And it's so tempting to just pull a frozen pizza out of the oven on a long work day like today's going to be. No, that's not a leftover. I have to do it. Oh. So Jen, are you still here? I have something I would like to show Jen while she's still here. I think she's going to find it cool. Jen runs a wine blog with us. And we also talk about cocktails and entertaining and throwing parties. And Jen is an amazing party host. Did you know about Tossware recyclable, reusable plastic or acrylic plastic party glasses. You can use it a couple times. They stack and they're different colors so that your guests know which one is theirs if they set it down on the table. And they're perfect for outside patio, poolside, garden party because they don't break. You can get really rough with them. However, they do melt. So you don't want to put it near your fire pit or set it on the side of the barbecue. They will melt horrifically. And the sad news is you cannot put them in the dishwasher, and you can't even really use hot water when you're washing them. So I just use warm water, bunch of soap, get the lipstick off with a cloth or a sponge, and then use them again, maybe 2 more times. And then after that, you just toss it in the recycle bin, and then you can use it to make more. They also use recycled plastic like this to make carpets, some types of, tote bags, maybe not luxury purses. So I love their designs. This is the citrus design, which you can see if you click on the carousel below. And then if I wasn't in the mood for citrus, I kind of like these retro confetti dots, which I think are these in the carousel, and they're 8% off, $14.78 for a set of, how did they come?
Those are cute.
Let me see. I might have to click on this and find out, so I'm not telling you the wrong info. I thought it was a set of 6. It is a set of 6 for $15. Not bad. Oh, Jen says those are so fun for summer parties. You could use those as starter containers for seedlings for the garden. Oh my gosh, that would be so cute.
That is cute.
I did click on the wrong item. This is not the confetti. It's kind of hard to tell on the Amazon app. And so you get 6 different cups, and they're all slightly different. So at a party, you can tell whose cup is whose. And this is the flower design. And this is my favorite. It's kind of retro. And I didn't bring out all the cups, but the other ones are kind of reddish and pinkish and purplish. And this is yellow, green, and blue, which is perfect colors for the lake house I'm sitting in. Yay. So I wanted to show you those Tossware. They also make permanent retro colored old-fashioned tumblers, whiskey tumblers, old-fashioned glasses, etc., that are shatterproof also. And they're stemless, so you can use them for wine. So that was my little commercial advertisement in between cookbooks. I wanted to mention this cup that I'm drinking out of is by Suisse. Dishwasher safe, microwave safe. I use it because it makes me happy on a snowy day to see this yellow color. It also comes in a French blue, a navy, a boring white, and a light aqua blue, which is my favorite color, and orange, which is Katie's favorite color. So when you visit Katie, you're going to have the orange cup and drink coffee, tea, something?
Both. All of it.
All of it.
Yay.
So let's get back to cookbooks and stop talking about delicious drink containers.
Sure.
Who would like to see a naughty dessert book? Notice we haven't planned any meals yet. We're just talking about drinks and desserts all day long, as I do. This came out, I think, late in the fall or early December, in time for Christmas, I think. Great British Baking Show, favorite flavors. And I'm actually 10 episodes behind in the current season that they're showing in the US. I like to put it on as background noise. No offense to the bakers in the show. I don't sit there and watch it like, who's going to win anymore like I did the first 3 seasons. But I love when I'm writing about cookbooks over on the Cookbook Divas blog at cookbookdivas.com to have this in the background and look up and see delicious desserts. My favorite color. I wish I had a tent like this in my backyard.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
What I do have in my backyard is a bunch of snow covering up dog poop that I was supposed to pick up before my boyfriend gets here. Well, it's not going to happen now. Favorite flavors. Gorgeous. All of their cookbooks are amazing. And I like to share TMI when I'm on live streams, Andy. Don't be like me. Keep your dog poop to yourself. Don't talk about it. Spicy and aromatic, tart and tangy, fresh and fruity, sweet and sticky, nutty and earthy. There I am again, rich and creamy. We're just going to kind of flip through and show you the amazing. This cookbook is exactly what you pictured it was going to be when I picked it up. You're like, yep, it's going to be awesome. Gonna have all these painful desserts. There's a Victoria sponge, of course. I think tart and tangy is my personal favorite chapter right now because I love citrus and lemon on a cold winter day. But look at this raspberry and rose drip cake. I would never be able to execute those frosting flowers, but look how the book is color-coded by chapter. I really appreciate that. Chorizo tear and share buns. See, they have savory in here too. I really like that. Alan says, I have some funny stories about that as a dog sitter. Yes, I'm sure. Uh-huh. This is a apple, shallot, and blue cheese tarte tatin, which is a nice take because usually they're just apple. Oh my gosh. Rhubarb and strawberry crumble cake. Imagine hosting a spring garden party and having that on the buffet when guests go to help themselves.
Wow.
That's a showstopper.
Yeah,
really.
Absolutely.
And some pistachio croissants. I've never seen a recipe for that before. That's very creative. What?
Are those lady fingers?
Are they hot dog eclairs? I don't know. Dave says you had me at rhubarb. Okay. These are, ooh, I'm making sure this isn't a library book so I can lick my finger. Pistachio and elderflower eclairs. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Very green. And for the chocolate lovers, triple layer dark chocolate peanut butter bar brownies.
Mm.
So this book is an incredible 63% off today. It's $12.99. Is that for the Kindle or is that for the hardcover? Let's click on it and find out. Here we go. Now you're going to see a product bubble coming up in about 20 seconds. The Kindle version is $12.99. The hardcover is still $29.92. Oops. Oh. Well, Kindle is better because you're probably going to drool and you can wipe the Kindle off. It's kind of hard to wipe this off. Now, since we're talking about the Great British Baking Show, I have something really cool I want to talk about before I hand the camera back over to Katie. I got to get through the carousel and find where I put it. Okay. It is amazing. Did you know there's a Great British Baking Show game that you can play?
No. That's cute.
I'm going to figure out a way to play this with my top-down tabletop camera and invite people on to play with me. If they have a little tent with aqua tables, I'm going to freak out and lose my mind. I don't know. On your mark, get set, bake. Okay, here's the instructions. Oh, we have player cards, and then you're going to put your little baked recipes next to them. So you get to be one of, I'm guessing, 6 people. And let's find out who this game is for. I forgot to talk about the ages and number of players. Ages 10 and up, 2 to 4 players. This could be fun. Oh my gosh, you have little recipes. And you are making a table that you're going to put them on. Wow. And you have little tokens. I've never played this, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Sorry. And then it comes with little cards. I think these are what you're going to end up setting next to the person. So let's do a little research and figure out what is going on with this game, because I think that could be hilarious. And Andy, if you're still watching, you notice how we have 2 people on screen at the same time. We are cooperating by using StreamYard, but Katie shares the Cookbook Divas with me, but you would be able to be with another live streamer on screen if you trusted them to give them the RTMP code that they put in StreamYard or Restream or whatever, and that way you have your own carousel behind under your live stream. Katie and I don't need to have 2 different carousels right now, so we have the same shopping carousel and we're just logged into the same account. But programs like Restream, StreamYard, Stream Deck, blah, 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 all those let you put in someone else's RTMP code, and it's safe because if you trust the person, they can't go live on your channel because you need to do it on your app and your phone that you're logged into with your password. So Gina Capone, who's mentored me a lot here on Amazon Live, she and I are tempted to do some crazy live streams, like we each buy a Barbie styling head or a Frozen Elsa styling head, and we compete on camera to who can make it look the most ridiculous, or we each want to buy an Easy Bake Oven and bake something with it on camera and laugh at each other. So just a thought. Yes. Oh, you do have StreamYard. Great. So this game is by Ravensburger. It is $24.99. Not likely to go on sale anytime soon, but I wanted to let you guys know because in my family, we used to do Sunday game nights. And it's a great tradition to do with kids. Not every kid is going to want to play this game with you. Probably your grandma. Anyway, Katie, I'm going to shut up and give you control of the stream now.
Okay. Well, since we're kind of on a dessert thing, I did get Claire Saffitz's What's for Dessert cookbook. I have not seen it yet or done anything with it. It is
I love
huge.
how we're planning dessert before we plan our meals, but I did talk about making cauliflower, so go ahead.
You did. That is true, but dessert is the best. I love dessert. Okay, so what other cookbooks did she do? I don't know why her name is so familiar.
Dessert Person was a massive seller. Everyone
that's
freaked
right.
out and lost their minds and bought it, and we're so happy.
Yes. Well, we continue on the dessert line with Claire with this, and this, it's hard to see. So she has a massive table of contents. She lists out every single recipe inside of the table of contents and then the page number. So that's very handy if you are like me and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what to make. So I like to read through it sometimes. Here's kind of what it looks like. Just basically, oh man, there's a lot of photos in here. It is quite a heavy, it's a chonker.
Did I see a galette? I love galettes because they're like a pie, but they're not hard to make the pastry.
They are really nice. They're super nice. I'm sure there is a galette. Actually, how does she organize this? She has easy cakes, chilled and frozen desserts, stovetop desserts. So that includes like puddings, crepes, fried, and flambéed things. Flambéed. Bars, cookies, more desserts from the oven, pies, tarts, cobblers, and then essential recipes and techniques. So that's things like making your own marshmallows, your own pie crusts, and that kind of thing. I wish she did that in the front though. So, anyway.
Yeah, to get you started before you dove into the book.
Exactly. So here we'll just go to easy cakes first. I love this table setting. If my whole table could be covered in desserts, I would be a happy lady every day. Here is rhubarb, since there's so many rhubarb people here. Rhubarb and oat crumb cakes, and these look fairly easy actually. These are our list of ingredients, our instructions. They're not that much, and then we have additional information here. So let me kind of read through it. It says, can you make a head? Yes, you can. Can I use another fruit if you can't find rhubarb? Yes. So she has a whole section, well, not a whole section, but she has this whole, like, can I do X, Y, and Z?
Then I wouldn't have to DM and bother her on Instagram, especially because she would never answer me.
You never know. You should try it one day. At the very top, too, one thing that I like is that she does have a difficulty level on the very top with like active time, the actual baking time or the total time, and then special equipment you might need. So for this one, you need like a muffin pan. So that's kind of nice. Not everybody has a muffin pan. So, and then this is a very easy recipe. As
I almost asked you if you know the Muffin Man, but I decided I shouldn't.
Oh, Carrie, I know the Muffin Man.
I did that for Alan.
Oh,
if Alan's still here, he's gonna laugh.
He's rubbing off.
Alan knows the Muffin Man.
This is
Jen says that's a nice way to break out the recipes.
Yeah, I really enjoy how she's broken down most of these recipes. It's very, very, very simple. And for somebody who's scatterbrained a lot, she does like even the paragraphs are very broken down. Like, okay, we're done with this pan. Let's move on to the mixing bowl. And it's like, okay, good. Anyway, so here's a beautiful, this is a blueberry buckle. Let's move on to some other cool things. Sticky pumpkin chestnut gingerbread. That's huge. That's a cake. That's not gingerbread. Oh my goodness. This is evil. Here's a marble cake, of course, and that looks stunning. Malted banana upside down cake. Interesting. This is beautiful. I hope you guys should. This is like extra purple in person. Let's see what these actually are. This is a bar candy cookie section. This is raspberry almond thumbprints. I actually thought it was going to be grape. And then we'll move on to a few more salty cashew blondies. These ones are very, very easy to make too. That's kind of the problem with this cookbook is that all of these desserts are only, 30 minutes away from being in my grasp because they are so easy, a lot of these recipes. So,
but I'm still so lazy. I don't know.
That's true. I'm pretty lazy too. Pastry Bianco. This is with slow roasted plums. Oh my God. Anyway, so this is a beautiful cookbook. If you are a dessert person like Claire is, and you love baking desserts and you want it a little easier, and it features a lot of really fun flavor profiles, I do recommend this. What's for dessert?
Speaking of plums, Katie, the 2 or 3 plum trees in my backyard, I can't remember how many I have because they grew together.
Oh, Cool.
They only give fruit every 3 years, and they haven't the last 2 summers.
Oh, so it's
You might
this
have
one.
to come over and help us pick. Yes.
Perfect.
Which involves climbing a tree or ladder.
I'm okay with that. I'll
Yeah.
climb a tree.
Katie always yells at me to get off a ladder. She thinks I'm elderly and I'm going to hurt myself.
No, I do with everybody. I can go on the ladder.
He's a little bossy. All right. Speaking of lazy and desserts, just because I own thousands of cookbooks and I'm a cookbook reviewer, blah, 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 doesn't mean I actually bake because I am crazy busy. So I'm so excited that I got my hands on. Thank you. They're finally on Amazon. What if I was in a big hurry and wanted to make Dolly Parton's famous Southern style banana cake?
What?
Now I can do it easily because all I need is a cup of... Okay, you need a lot of stuff for this. Wait, what happened to easy? Okay, I haven't actually looked at this. I just got it yesterday.
So what do you need?
Wow. You need a package of... Okay, that's covered. A cup of milk, 4 friggin' eggs. That's like a $12 commitment right there.
Holy cow.
Well, not really, but a lot.
Yeah.
Half a cup of melted butter. I can feel my arteries hardening right now.
Yum.
Another cup of cold milk, and then we're not done yet. See this white stuff? Well, we need an entire cup of cold, heavy whipping cream.
Oh, dear.
And then we need a 3rd cup of Duncan Hines Dolly Parton's creamy buttercream frosting, which I do have.
Oh, my God. Wait.
And I'm not going to eat this on camera. Nice. Everyone wants me to, but no. We're still not done because we need a large banana. Okay, the one healthy item. 18, not 19, not 17, 18 vanilla wafers. And then Pam baking spray, and it says, do not eat raw batter. Wow, that is the most involved cake mix I've ever seen. Why not just sell the empty box and tell me the flour measurements and the baking powder and all the other ingredients? Wow. Let's see if her other ones are worse. I have several in the carousel if you were curious. Now, when you're buying them on Amazon, they're more than they would be at the store because they need to make a profit, and these are hard to get a hold of. So if they're in your local store, good luck. They are on Amazon. Oh, that's a unicorn tart. That's not part of our show, but how cute that is.
It is really cute.
Bake. Yeah. Okay. This is Dolly Parton's new Fabulously Fudgy. Includes fudgy syrup brownies. Is everyone gagging it? Can we see the frosting again? Yes, here it is. I'm not going to read the calorie content because we don't want to know.
Oh, boy.
I love me some Dolly Parton. Okay.
Yeah.
I have made brownies out of box mixes my entire life because it's so easy. I've never seen one that requires so many items to put in the mix. You need Pam cooking spray. Okay, fair enough. A package of this. Got it. An egg. Okay. Half a cup of melted butter. Okay. Milk. And then you have to make the pecan pie filling too. So you need a 1/4 cup of corn syrup or honey, another egg, more melted butter, vanilla extract. Shouldn't that be already in? Okay, fine. Salt. And then you need 1.5 cups of pecan halves. Well, why aren't they in the thing and charging another $3 for it?
Oh my goodness. Wow.
And you need brown sugar. Shouldn't that be in?
Oh, unless if they need to mix the sugar, the wet ingredients
Into
with
the
sugar separately. But
Go
isn't the whole point of a box is just to
make it easy?
Yeah.
I really should have another cake mix to compare it and be like, cake mix, need 1 egg, 1 cup of oil, you're done. Okay.
Oh, yes.
But I got a kick out of the packaging. And like Jen just said, she's a branding goddess and I really like her. And the last Dolly item I have to show you is her caramel turtle brownie mix, which is brand new.
Oh,
not sure I have it in the carousel or not. Probably not. It's in there somewhere. Dave says, these might be the ultimate gifts. Send your Amazon order to your pals and family. And this one also this one doesn't require as much as the other ones. 1 egg, 1/2 cup of melted butter, only 3 tablespoons of milk, 1/3 cup of creamy peanut butter, and a pint of vanilla ice cream for the top. I would say 2 pints because my family would eat all the ice cream. So
yum.
That is our little commercial break. I got a kick out of it. I hope you enjoyed seeing that. And Now I will behave myself and talk about an actual cookbook, and I'll go through it quickly because Katie has some really interesting cookbooks I want to see. Let me grab Spanish Made Simple, and if we don't like it, I'll stop talking about it. I just grabbed it from the library. It might be a little bit older. I'm not sure if we're going to enjoy it or not. Let's check it out. And I'll be sure I want to get to this cookbook today because I have a bunch of stuff in my freezer to use up as well. Apparently, I like grocery shopping. Okay. But I like restaurants. First of all, ladies, hello. Hi. Don't let my boyfriend know. Hopefully he's not watching my live stream. Foolproof Spanish recipes for every day. Omar Alaboy is the author. Quadrille is the publisher. Ooh, this cookbook is in good shape. Did it just come out, maybe? Chapters are nibbles, meat and game, fish and seafood, eggs and poultry, vegetables, salads, soups, pulses and stews, paella and rice, and then desserts and sweet treats. Let's stop looking at desserts. Okay, I see recipes. Cheese fritters, no picture. Patatas bravas, fried potatoes with spicy tomato sauce, no picture.
Oh.
Mushroom gratin with ham mayonnaise, no photo. We might not be looking. Okay, there's a gorgeous picture.
There we go.
But what is it of? It doesn't say. Now I have to turn back and see. Mushroom gratin. Oh, that's the mushroom gratin with the ham mayonnaise. Okay.
Okay.
Phew. All right. Beautiful. Okay. Now that they have a photo, it is stunning. And this is tosta de higos con jamón. It is pan-fried figs, serrano ham, cream cheese, and walnuts on toast. Take that, avocado toast hipsters. Dave says, I mean, who wouldn't go, whoa, when they see these? I think he means the Dolly Parton.
The Dolly
brownies.
Parton. Yeah.
Salted anchovies with paprika and vinegar. Okay, first of all, you don't need to salt anchovies. From what I understand, they're very salty right out of the can.
Yes. Yeah.
Jen says, ooh, yum, those toasts. Skewered pickles. Okay, we're still in the, they're called banderias. I'm just going to start cherry picking some good pictures. Here's the meat and game. Oh yeah, slow cooked lamb and pepper stew. Why don't I put myself a little closer? There we go.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to cover your face, Katie.
No,
Modern, Moorish marinated lamb cutlets. I guess there's going to be a lot of lamb in this book. Wow. There you go. Okay. How about, wow.
Whoa.
My camera struggled to focus on that one. This looks good. Meatballs in black truffle sauce. Are you kidding me?
Oh, yum.
I'm picturing vegetarian meatballs in there. Dave says paella is ridiculously yummy. Venison and wild mushroom stew with olive oil mash, family style. We need to stop doing this live stream before we've had lunch. Tuna carpaccio with olive, mango, and caper dressing. Wow. This is a Spanish cookbook. Clams, fisherman style. We eat a lot of clams here in the Pacific Northwest. Scallop and serrano ham gratin served in the shell. This is his second gratin so far, right? Mm-hmm. Baked eggs with ham and tomato sauce. That reminds me of shakshuka, but with ham. Here's spatchcocked quail with a roasted nut sauce.
Ooh.
Green asparagus with serrano ham. They really like their serrano ham in this country. Jen says, now you understand why I was late to your stream because I was eating tacos. Jen, don't say tacos. Now it has to be Taco Monday. Stuffed courgettes, i.e. zucchini. And salad of avocado, lettuce, butternut squash, and walnuts. That's not too very exciting. I'm going to skip ahead. Pea soup with, yet again, serrano ham. Does this guy own stock in the Serrano Ham Company?
Oh my God. You know?
Lobster and saffron pasta stew.
Oh, yum. I'm so hungry.
I bet that's expensive. Canary Island meat and vegetable stew. These photos are stunning. I just wish there were a little bit more of them. Here's the paella chapter for Dave.
Oh,
seafood paella. I don't even own a paella pan because I don't make it often enough to take up that much room in the cupboard. But I just got new cupboards, so I might have to go to Cost Plus Amazon and buy a paella pan. Whoops. That was a close call. Soupy rice with mushrooms and cod.
Mm.
And we've looked at a lot of desserts today, so I'm just going to show you one. Peaches poached in muscatel wine.
Oh,
That's
beautiful.
a nice, simple dessert. Kind of French style, actually. I love this cookbook. Spanish made simple. Wow.
That's amazing.
That was fun.
Yeah. Pretty awesome. All right. Well, I guess I shall take over.
Please do. People are sick of looking at me talking about
cake
mix.
No, that's not true. They love you. Okay.
You got that one that just came out, and everyone on Cookbookstagram is freaking out and losing their minds over that cookbook. I can't believe you have it.
I don't know how I got so many of these cookbooks, honestly. I got lucky. Okay, so cooking for the culture. So this one's interesting. This is a New Orleans cookbook.
Thank you, Alan.
Yes, Carrie is. See, people love you, including me. Okay, so contents, we have breakfast and brunch, Toya's journey cooking with confidence, which is nice. I actually do think cookbooks need to start talking more about cooking with confidence. We all make mistakes, but we can all just try our best. Sandwiches and light meals, mains. We also have side soups, sweets and sips, and I am not skipping over sweets and sips because that's all I love in my life. So here we have Bayou Brunch Po' Boy. Oh my goodness. Oh, so I actually love these little blurbs on the top. They're pretty, I don't know if wholesome's the word, but it's just really nice to see where she has gotten some of these recipes from. We have our ingredient list here, and then our directions, very simple. And then we have notes on the bottom. So for instance, for this po' boy, she says, Patton's is a hot sausage brand used widely in the South, and it can be purchased online. So keep that in mind for Amazon shopping. You can buy some specialty foods on there. It's been very, very helpful for me, like sauces and stuff. So we have peanut butter cookies for breakfast. This is the breakfast of champions.
Where do I sign up?
I don't know. Well, here, I guess. And it's such an easy cookie recipe. There's only 7 or 8 ingredients in there. Lemon squares. What is this? This is just all desserts, but it's apparently breakfast. Eggplant parmesan. What? So this is kind of a wild cookbook, as you can see. Apparently, it's a party in New Orleans all the time.
Jen just said some of her favorite foods are there.
New Orleans. Thank you. I actually had to say that out loud. Shrimp on bun. Yum. I've actually never been. I'm sorry, Carrie. I missed the big one, and I wanted to go. Here we go. These are French fries 4 ways.
Don't show me French fries when I'm hungry. Turn the page, please. I'm begging you.
Okay, I'm turning.
Thank you. Oh, but that looks good too.
Pepperoni lasagna. You can replace it with eggplants. So this is not a gluten-free friendly cookbook. It is not a vegan friendly cookbook. I would imagine if you were looking at New Orleans food, you wouldn't expect that anyway. But in case you might have thought that, there are no options. But you could probably exchange certain things if you wanted to do that and still use this cookbook. I love that this is so photo heavy for such a, it's like a really big cookbook, and sometimes they're really short with the photos. Tartare 4 ways. Whoa, fancy. Holy moly. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. Red beans. So we have a mix of like complicated recipes, simple recipes, and everything looks so enticing. Oh, I've never even heard of Cajun corn on the cob, and now my life has changed.
I have to interrupt you because there's a compliment in the comments for you.
Oh, Jen, stop it. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. I tried today. Okay, so fried okra.
OMG. Gina Capone is in the house.
Oh, hello.
She's worth interrupting you for. I keep interrupting you, but it's for good things.
We should get like a little music button when...
Well, I actually have something that Rome made me buy, which I haven't used yet, which can blast music when someone joins the stream, like Gina Capone.
Hey, here we go. That's awesome.
Gina, when are you and Cheryl going live next? Is it today? I hope. Drop your link in the chat and let us know when to tune into you. And if you are still here, Andy, Gina is a person who helped me out when I started Amazon Live back in March, and she's a lifesaver. Gina's going live on Thursday. All right,
Ooh.
Katie, shut up and mute myself.
No, you're fine. Absolutely. I appreciate you talking. Here's some more photos. Everything looks so good. It's such a hard I'm having a hard time looking through these because I'm just starving now. And I ate before we did this. What is happening? Christmas chicken? I've never even heard of this before. Now I
Does
want
it
to
have-
make this.
Does it have red and green in it? Is why.
That's funny. Let's see why. It's set. I don't know why. It might be because it is red and green. It's got chicken, thyme. Oh, cranberries. I guess it's because there's cranberries and thyme and rosemary. Rosemary and thyme. All right. I'll do a few more recipes here. Oh, I wanted to do the sweet ones. That's right. I said I wasn't going to skimp. Oh, what? Cookies and cream ice cream. Look at this huge introduction to this recipe. This is clearly a favorite.
That's kind of a redundant name. It's cookies and ice cream.
I know. It's amazing. So she has this huge paragraph about it, but it's only 4 ingredients. I like to point out. So clearly she loves that recipe, and I don't really blame her. And I'll do one more. This is obviously simple strawberry shortcake, super tasty. This has got a lot of fun recipes. I do recommend it. I can't wait to cook from this. I'm going to try to do it gluten-free too. All right, what's on your list for your meal plan Monday?
I'm going to look through this modern freezer book, and I have to eat all the food out of my fridge first that your aunt and his girl or your uncle didn't eat and your mom didn't eat. But then I have a freezer overflowing with really good stuff. And I like to eat the veggies up. And I know you can freeze vegetables for years and they're commercially frozen, but I'm like, do I want to open some frozen broccoli that says 2023 on it in 2025? Let's just eat it and start over. So this is Modern Freezer Meals. It's 11% off today, $20.49. Simple recipes to cook now and freeze for later. So if I could make room in the freezer, I could cook my leftovers, put it in the freezer, and put a date on top. And that way, when I have a long work day like this one's going to be, because I'll be filming shoppable videos that you can see on our storefront at amazon.com/shop/cookbookdivas. When I get done and I'm finally like, I can't do any more videos, take off the makeup, put on the pajamas, I'd love to have a meal that I can pull out of the freezer and not have to think about anything other than heating it up. This came out in 2021, Skyhorse Publishing. Allie Rosen is the author. She's written quite a few cookbooks. The chapters are Chapter 1, How to Freeze. You can't just pop it in there. Chapter 2, Appetizer Soups, one-pot meals, my favorite. Pastas, well, okay, that's my favorite. Meats, that's not my favorite. Fish and seafood, vegetables and sides, desserts, breakfast at the end, and then she talks about sauces, spices, and crust. Let's take a look. Step-by-step photos. Artichoke poppers.
Oh,
that is not something I would freeze, but does she mean you make them ahead, take them out of the freezer right before your party? Is that the idea?
That sounds really
This
good.
recipe is all about speed, the speed of making the poppers, and the speed at which they leave the plate once you put them in front of a group. Back pocket recipes that doesn't taste as simple as its preparation is. They can be used as toppers for salads and grain bowls. Yes, you put the pan in the freezer the night before, leave until the balls have hardened. If you're not cooking them that day, reusable freezer-safe container, plastic bag. When you're ready to cook, heat a pot of canola oil and throw them in. So that would make you able to serve an amazing appetizer to your guests at your cocktail party. These would pair so well with cava, oh my gosh, or sparkling wine, or champagne. Beef stew with a twist. Don't want to know what the twist is. I'm not loving the photographs in this book, but onion-tastic soup. I mean, this looks like a 2012 or 13 cookbook, this photography style. But the recipes look delicious. Tomato, feta, and corn grits. I could just pull this out of the freezer, pop it in the oven, and have an amazing side dish. I love this. So probably a very important cookbook. Oh, portobello mushrooms with goat cheese. Can you freeze mushrooms? Apparently you can freeze mushrooms. I did not know that.
I didn't either.
Yeah. Gina is going to be streaming on YouTube, not Amazon Live. Red pepper quiche. See, you could easily throw a party if you had stuff like this in the freezer ready to pop out and you didn't have to go to Costco. And like tonight, for example, it is snowing here, not going to the store, but I might have a couple neighbors put on their snow boots and come on over, and I would love to serve them something like this with the wine that I'm going to open for them. That would make it easy. Thank you for the follow, Kaylee. Glad to have you on board. Be sure to stop by our Instagram or Facebook or YouTube also if you like those platforms. Pork and chive orzo. For those of you just joining us, we're looking through modern freezer meals. Cinnamon rosemary pork chops.
Oh, wow,
You
yum.
can pull that right out and make an easy dinner. Ground lamb with mint and pomegranate for a Mediterranean style dinner. Here is a crab fried rice, easy to quickly reheat in a big old skillet or wok. Fennel with clementines and goat cheese. I'm not sure which part of this is frozen because, oh, you're going to use your oven's broiler. Wow, okay. Creamed corn. This could save a lot of time at Thanksgiving. Pull a side dish out of the freezer. Israeli couscous with pecans and apricots.
Oh, wow.
Dessert chapter. We've spent so much time on desserts, I'm not going to go there. But I like this book. The photography isn't blowing me away, but it's still useful recipes. So I think I'm going to keep it out from the library another week and check it out.
Yeah. All right. Well, my next book for today is, this one's interesting. So it's called The Blue Zone's American Kitchen, 100 Recipes to Live to 100, allegedly.
Yes.
So these are all, have you heard of this before?
Yes, because blue zones are what they call Seventh-day Adventist communities.
Oh.
And you should know that.
Well, maybe it's just like that little part of my brain that's like, don't remember.
Yes, that's fine.
So the photographer Dave McLean, I do know who that is, did a lot of the National Geo photography around the world. So he does the photography for this book, which features a bunch of recipes from it's supposed to be here, or I guess it's everywhere, but mostly, okay, we're a melting pot of many cultures. So we have like Asian American, African American, Indigenous, Native, and early or First Peoples recipes. We also have regional and contemporary American recipes. Most of these are from recreated from or by chefs, professional chefs. So there's no, which I kind of am like, but I want to see from the people. They kind of go over the history of like why each dish is supposed to allow you to live till 100, but they're still recreated by professional chefs. So here's some examples. Baked acorn squash with berries, which looks really good. And I actually wouldn't mind having this for like Thanksgiving, to be honest.
Oh,
I've never
that would be delicious. I love the presentation where it's in the squash.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. Mohawk baked beans, really simple, looks delightful. This one's interesting. It's a lion's mane and nettle tamale with plum sauce.
Hey, you could actually make that almost if you went foraging in the woods by my house. You could find the lion's mane. You could forage for the nettles in my front garden because I've hurt myself many times. And then I have plum trees.
Oh my God.
So maybe you should take a picture of that recipe.
That would be actually, okay, I will when we're done. That's a pretty good idea. We have, this is called a Hawaiian coconut pudding. And it looks like there's ube on the bottom here. And I love ube. Let me actually just check. Yes, it is. It's a purple sweet potato. Oh, so good. Okay, let's move on. These are some African-American recipes that are featured. Let's see. Oh, we have butter beans with ben seeds and okra.
What are ben seeds?
I don't know. I've never heard of them before. And they're fermented ben seeds or benny seeds. I'm going to have to look that up. I have actually some frozen okra in my freezer, and I've been meaning to use it. I only use it for jambalaya. I literally just have it for jambalaya.
Well, it has recently been Mardi Gras, so you might have made jambalaya.
I should have made it. Okay, so we have smoky collard greens. I've been wanting to actually try to make my own collard greens too. We have Senegalese fonio grain salad with mango and avocado, which sounds amazing for summertime. Let's move on to some. I think we have some Asian American recipes too. Here we go. I just love that there is lots of history placed throughout this cookbook and the recipes. That's how I learn the best about people, is through food personally. So I love these kinds of cookbooks where you feel like you're kind of traveling and dining with people and experiencing their cuisine. So here we have brown rice pudding with nuts and cardamom. Yum. They have a crispy stir-fried green beans recipe. I'll go a little further. Mushroom medley soup. That looks gorgeous. I mean, wow. Whole cauliflower with makhani sauce. I don't think I've actually had. Holy cow, this is huge. Look at that cauliflower.
Did they burn it though, or char it? Ugh.
Yeah, they charred it.
I would not take it to that point personally, but okay. They're the experts.
I would try. We have cow yum, so rainbow rice salad. That looks delicious. I'll move on to some more of the contemporary stuff. So we have even seitan. Oh my goodness, seitan brisket.
I know. I always want to say Satan.
I do too. I'm just like, what is wrong with my brain?
Why does it look like a mandrake has been crucified? Or a little baby pig? Oh, the picture's confusing.
I think it's probably because they are trying to. So they do have some recipes that are supposed to be more plant-based or like fake meat.
Okay.
And that's fine.
Okay.
So yes. So this is a fun cookbook. It's very, very cool. I will try some of it. The only issue I have with it is that there are definitely ingredients here that are not accessible to everybody. And I am a huge fan of things being accessible to everybody.
But they might be available on Amazon.
They might be. So if anybody knows what a bene bean is, let us know. All right. What's next for you, Carrie?
Let's take a trip to Portugal.
Ooh,
Lisbon,
cool.
Portugal's city of light. Nuno Mendes is the author. This came out in 2019. I don't know much about Portuguese cooking. Pastries, snacks, lunch, small plates, dinner, desserts, and then sandwiches at the end. Interesting order. You'd think they'd be above desserts. I don't know. Okay, Lisbon food stories, discoveries, cafe culture. I would love to live in a city with cafe culture.
I actually would too.
But I am a big if you build it, they will come person. So if I win the lottery, I'll build some cafes in the same city.
Ooh, I like that idea.
Sarah Beckwith started following one of my real life friends who I have not seen in far too long. Aww. Unfortunately, thanks to the pandemic and everyone's life being busy. Sarah, you should come out to Chelan with your family sometime. I would love that. Anyway, we're checking out, those of you just joining us, the My Lisbon Cookbook. I'm going to skip ahead past all the stories and discoveries. I promise I care about them, but we got to get to the food. Fried pork crescents. Those look like empanadas, but a little different. And who doesn't love fried food?
True.
I hate squash, but if you fry it, I will eat it. Here is cilantro marinated fava beans. Maybe a side dish. Here is, I knew there was going to be some octopus in here. Octopus with smashed potatoes, olive oil, and piso.
Piso.
Don't know what that is. Okay, picture of one of the people. Oh, this looks good. It's sausage and cabbage rolls with tomato sauce. Ooh, yeah. Now, I wonder how this is different from, say, Polish sausage and cabbage rolls, or Ukrainian or Russian. This one, olive oil, onions, sea salt, ground white pepper, garlic, bay leaf, bacon, chopped tomatoes, dry white wine, cabbage leaves, pork sausage, sourdough bread.
Yum.
I think it's maybe every culture has their own cabbage roll recipe. Roast kid goat. Okay. I wish that was an adult goat, but let's move on. Oh, here are these small plates. Aw. How about, this cookbook is big. Peas and fava beans with cornbread crumbs. So I'm just randomly opening pages. We've already seen 2 fava beans recipes. They must be very popular. Black-eyed pea, red pepper, and apple salad sounds very American to me. Wow. Carrot salad with toasted hazelnuts, garlic, and turnip green rice with peri-peri oil.
Oh, yum.
Mm-hmm. And, oh, wow, a Portuguese dressed crab. I have never seen a recipe
Whoa.
like that before.
That's cool.
Wow. Big too. This is scrambled eggs with smoked sausage. We are in the small plates chapter still. Cod baked in a cornbread crust. Sarah says, love to. I will message you. Baked celery root with fennel and cilantro broth.
Ooh.
And potatoes. Oh, I always have to see the potato. I lost it. Never mind. Can't find it.
No.
That's why this book has been hard to turn. There's extra little pages stuck in talking about Portugal.
Wow.
That is the My Lisbon cookbook. It is on sale today, 29% off on Amazon Live. It's $25 for the hardback for those of you that like looking through paper books still. And I am one of them.
All right. So I think this might be my last cookbook today. It is fake meat. Yes.
I'm curious because this one has been getting very polarizing reviews on Cookbookstagram.
Yes. And I can see I did flip through it a little bit and I was like, it's already hard for me because most fake meat stuff is just packed with gluten in it. So I can't even usually do it. So let's look at it.
Because sometimes it could be soy fake meat, but it is usually wheat-based, which is why it's so yummy for those of us that don't have celiac.
Yes. And it's got like that texture. It's just, I don't know. Okay, so we have sandwiches in the beginning. We have salads, chicken dinners, weeknights, weekends, comforting beef stews, pig. Okay, so it's all divided up like kind of an ordinary cookbook. So let's look more into it. They do give you a list of ingredients you might need if you do want to start doing more fake meat stuff. They have a list of sandwiches that you might be able to make. So here is roast turkey sandwich. Interesting. Okay, so for this, they use textured vegetable protein, TVP. A lot of this is really unfamiliar to me, so I kind of feel like I'm not the best person to present this.
I actually have some TVP in the house, and I've never used it because you have to plan ahead and soak it for a little bit. You don't even have to soak it that long, but by the time I think to use it, I'm like, no, I'm hungry now. I'm really interested in experimenting with it.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Because my favorite canned chili, and I shouldn't be eating canned chili because it's high in sodium and it's in a can. I should make my own chili. But my favorite ones have TVP in it as opposed to just beans. Something about the texture just makes it more, more umami.
Oh,
it just makes it more flavorful. I don't know.
Oh, interesting. I'm gonna have to try. I can try it, I would like to try it, but I'm not opposed to eating meat either. So, okay, sorry, my throat. Okay, so we have beefy seitan. One thing that's cool about this cookbook, though, is that there is a hot take in every single recipe. So, like it says, the number one mistake for new seitan makers is boiling the wheat gluten too high, too fast. So this is actually like making your own seitan. I can't say that right. We're going to move on from that. Artichoke fish witches.
Oh, those look good, actually.
I know.
Artichokes.
I do too. And if I can, I actually think I'd prefer an artichoke sandwich than a fish sandwich. So,
hey, Sarah, if you're still here, are any of your kids vegetarian? My phone just thought I said, hey, Siri.
Oh, no, she's going to start talking to you. Scary. So we have a roast beef sandwich here, and it totally does look like roast beef. And you do make, let's see. Yeah, you make it all with the gluten. So it says using Vital Wheat gluten, which is
Sarah says that they've had TVP in pre-made vegetarian pouch meals. Are those by Loma Linda? Are they the blue packages? She says it's pretty good. She says her kids aren't actual vegetarian, but some forego meat meals. We keep these pouches around a lot. They are. Yeah, Loma Linda. I would read up on the konjac noodles if I were you. Jen, who's watching, I think, PNW Wine Life, her daughter started eating a lot of the vegetarian pouch meals from Loma Linda, and she and I had some issues with the konjac noodles because you don't completely digest them. So we stopped eating those particular Loma Linda meals, and we do the other ones. And I love their stew, and it's so convenient, but they're high in sodium. but they're so good and they're kind of expensive. But to have them around for a food emergency or take them camping is amazing.
I do think that is a little bit of a problem with some. Like, I totally agree with eating more vegan and more vegetable forward, but I think people are trying to replace meat so much that we're creating like some stuff that might actually not be good for us either with some of the stuff. So especially high sodium and high gluten and high everything. Anyway.
And I just asked her because I think your kids are getting to the age where some kids start experimenting with vegetarianism and now you're making multiple meals for the same meal. You're like, ah.
Yeah, that too.
She says, oh man, well, watch out. I don't think we've gotten to that one though. They're kind of nice for camping. Yeah, I think the konjac noodles were in the more Asian style fake meat from Loma Linda, the meal, like the noodles. Well, obviously they're noodles. She says, they're kind of nice for camping. Yes, scout camp, you need to keep on top of calories. Yes, Sarah is a busy scout mom.
Ooh, that's fun though. I like that. Okay. So we have a pineapple ceviche that uses the wheat gluten, but also mushrooms for the ceviche and then different flavorings. Carrot lox, which is very interesting. I like that it looks like salmon. I'm not sure what the flavor will be like. She has some interesting stuff like vegetarian chopped liver.
Okay, why?
I don't know.
You don't need to replace chopped liver. Just eat some mushroom pate and call it good.
Right. Here we have our chicken recipe. So sweet-ish and sour chicken, fake chicken, of course, which is seitan. Oh my God. Buttermilk fried chicken.
Oh, I love that they spelled it milk, MYLK.
It's cute. I like it. Chicken cacciatore.
That looks real good.
It does. It all looks pretty good. Here, are these savory? Oh, it's fried chicken and waffles. Yum. Here, cauliflower schnitzel.
Oh, I have a cauliflower in the house. And I'm not going to burn it like that other cookbook said to.
Yes. Here we have Big Hugs chicken and rice soup. Let's move on to some other stuff. Oh, here's some beef recipes. Vegetable beef stew. So again, very much like I think it's appealing for people. Oh, it's starting to snow here now. Fun.
Oh my gosh, we both have snow.
I know.
So Andy says all that food looks good, and Sarah says this book looks good. I'd love to learn to make veggie stuff for myself more. I feel like I'd try a good many of these.
Yeah, a lot of these are pretty nice. I think this cookbook definitely is appealing for a lot of meat eaters who are trying to go more vegan or vegetarian. And I think that's great. I think that's really good to experiment and see what we can do with vegetables as well. Trumpet mushroom bacon. Oh man, if they can replicate bacon,
what?
Game over. Yeah, that would be amazing. All right. So this is pretty fun. There's pastas and noodles, and I won't keep going because I've been talking a lot. So yes, best section. So check out Fake Meat if that's something that is of interest to you. And that is my last cookbook for today.
Well, before you take off, because I have a couple, I'm not getting rid of you, but I have a couple more cookbooks to talk about, including Need Peace. I forgot to mention my Neewer ring light, which is shining in my face right now. I have it on the lowest setting just to give me a little bit of light. It's $112 on Amazon today, and I love it. And I have it on the white setting, not the golden glow, because the golden glow makes me look orange in a weird way. But Katie, I was talking about tea earlier because I'm drinking so much of it. Did you know that there is Disney princess tea from Harney and Sons?
No.
Now, Katie does not like Disney princesses, but she's kind of related to the Disney family.
Yes.
And we're so tempted to have a Disney channel here on Amazon Live and just talk about Disney stuff all day long.
That would be fun.
And I bet Gina would help us. This is Harney and Sons Jasmine.
Oh my God.
Now, guess what flavor the tea is? This is green tea scented with, oh my God, jasmine.
Oh, what?
And it is a loose leaf tea. No, I spoke too soon. Yay, it's sachets.
Oh, awesome.
So I try to alternate every other day because green tea has health benefits, but black tea has some different benefits. And one has more of one kind of antioxidant and the other has more heart healthy, blah, blah, blah. So tomorrow I will be drinking this jasmine green tea. Jen says, I love that. There's one for every princess. And I have them in my carousel. They're about $16 for, I'm going to guess, 20 sachets. I can't see without my glasses. Yes, 20 sachets. So do the math to find out how much per cup. And I usually use these twice. So I put it in the cup, pour hot water, drink it, gulp it, and then do it again. This one I'm going to give away because it is too vanilla-y for me. It's not my favorite. It's Moana. It's tropical mango green tea, and it's too mango-y for me. So if you like mango, you're going to love it. I personally am like, bleh. Jen says, Carrie, guess what? I am giving up coffee and switching to tea.
What?
Woo!
Wow.
Nice. Maybe I should start mail bombing you with tea. Katie's gonna be like, Jen, after what happened at Christmas, I bet you're still drinking chai and pumpkin spice tea or giving it to your neighbors. Yes.
I am. Yes.
She had quite a lot. It was crazy. Jen's laughing. All right, so I just wanted to show you guys this Disney Princess tea. It's a wonderful gift. It's already beautifully packaged. Just throw a gold bow on top and hand it to someone and go, happy birthday. And now that I talked about how much I don't like the mango tea, I can't gift it to anybody that's watched the show because they'll know it's a reject.
I'll have it. I like it.
My next cookbook is a really important one, and I'm going to try not to cry when I'm talking about it. Oh, Katie, you didn't talk about Table for Two.
Oh, let me find it. Oh, and I have a butter dish too. Sorry, I have butter. I have butter. God, let me find it.
This is Knead Peace. It's recipes from the world's best bakers in support of Ukraine, edited by Andrew Green. The bakers themselves are not necessarily from Ukraine. One of them is, but it is part of the Bake for Ukraine movement. There's a hashtag on Instagram, hashtag Bake for Ukraine, which I'm going to put in the Amazon chat. Hashtag Bake for Ukraine. And I pulled out some recipes that I wanted to look through really quick. Anna Makievska is at the Bakehouse in Kyiv, and she's been baking bread and trying to help the hungry people around her, and she helped get this cookbook made. She says, baking connects good people and lets them understand each other no matter what language they speak. Bread, savory bakes, sweet dough cakes, cookies, biscuits, tarts, and pies. This is Layla's Cocoa Hot Cross Buns, and the reason I pulled this out specifically is because it's almost Easter. And now you have a hot cross buns recipe. Passion fruit and yuzu choux buns, potato sweet brioche. So these are not necessarily Ukrainian bread baking recipes because bakers all over the world contributed the recipes to the cookbook. The cookbook is going to go help the Bakehouse in Kyiv feed hungry people with baked goods. This is gorgeous. It's a Jewish apple cake. And I wanted to show you guys this one. Katie is a gluten-free lemon and almond cake.
Oh, yummy. Oh,
beautiful. I'm using
awesome.
Post-it notes upside down because the sticky part doesn't help me if it's up here getting stuck. I'm a genius. Okay. And this was kind of pretty. For a second, I thought it was meat and I freaked out, but I realized it's rhubarb and it's a whole wheat rhubarb galette.
Oh, wow.
So I'm just going to flip through the cookbook really fast so you guys can see what it looks like inside. It's super important. It's a benefit. If you're ever going to buy a cookbook and baking book to gift to someone, this would be a good one. As long as you don't get in a political fight about it with your friend you give it to.
Yeah.
And that is Knead Peace.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, so I have a butter dish. I'm going to tell you about it. It comes in different colors. You happen to send me black.
It's very
perfect.
retro. I thought it would be nice on your podcast, which I'm going to drop a link to.
Oh, thank you.
On your Amazon Live channel.
Yes. So this is huge. It's enormous. I did not think it was going to be this big, but
I'm sorry.
No, I love it. Because what brand of butter is it? It's like the Irish butter.
Yes. There's
huge.
Irish butter that doesn't fit in a regular butter dish, and I have some right now in my fridge that I don't want to pull out because my butter dish is too small, and
exactly.
I tried cutting it in half, and it's a mess.
Yes.
Kerrygold. Exactly. Yes, Sarah. Kerrygold is delicious, but could they please make it fit a regular butter dish?
Well, Kerrygold can fit into this butter dish. Definitely. This is huge. It's enormous. And I like too, so rather than having like really sharp corners, so it's really hard to like clean out every however many times you
Yeah,
clean
good
your butter.
point.
It
Good
is
point.
smooth, so it's easier to clean. Because I was like, well, I don't really want to, I want to make it as easy as possible. So I'm glad it is rounded. I really like this. I like that it's an airtight seal as well. I mean, it's going to keep for a really long time. You can just put a bunch of butter in here.
I don't need butter to keep a really long time in my house though, because we just eat it.
I do too. And I'm like, oh, do I really keep my butter on the table for long? But it actually, I think this would be nice to have on the table. My cats in particular have been awful. And I have a cat that is like I have a butter dish, but it's a loose, it's not airtight sealed. And she keeps like trying to wiggle the cap off. And she's like, I want the butter. So this is handy if you have pets like my evil children. And so that they don't try to get in your butter. My
orange kitty was a notorious butter licker, and he'd get up on the counter and have at it. Oh,
I know. And I'm like, it's closed. And I've been scared because I've seen, when I wake up in the morning, I've seen my butter dish on the very edge of the counter. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I like that butter dish. Don't do that. Anyway, so this is a cool butter dish. There's different colors. Like I said, we got black and it's really nice. And then the other cookbook that I have that I found is Table for Two. So this is really nice. It's just my husband and I. So a lot of time, well, we eat a lot of leftovers, or we'll just eat whatever we had for dinner for lunch usually. But if you are looking for something just really short and sweet, that was something we were struggling with when we had to go to Portland. Actually, we were like, oh, we can't make huge meals. We need to find like smaller portions.
You're about to leave. Yeah.
Yes.
Or I'll be like, I shouldn't buy an avocado because it's not ready today. And by the time I get back from my 2-day weekend trip, it's going to be dead.
Absolutely. Yes. So, and not every family is like mine. So some people like to have a different meal every single day. So this is really nice if it is just you and somebody else. Maybe it's you and your kid. Who knows? It doesn't have to be a couple. It could be you and your roommate. So here's Table for Two. And, I should have had this before Valentine's Day. Whoops. Because there are some really cute romantic meals in here.
Oh.
But you can have a romantic meal whenever you want. It doesn't have to just be Valentine's Day. So we have really beautiful photos in here. This is a rainbow charred polenta and ricotta, and it looks so good.
Wow.
I know, it's so good.
And that does look like the perfect portion for 2 people.
I know.
Because I struggle with that too, because Bob and I, it's just us. We do go to a lot of restaurants, and then I don't eat meat, so we're making 2 separate meals for 2, and we have too much food.
Yes. Oh, God, yes. This one isn't the all-day breakfast hope for your hangover. I love that.
Please take a picture of that page for me and send it to me.
I will.
No reason.
There's a lot of meat, though.
No reason.
Here is a twice-baked potato with mackerel, mustard, and herbs. So definitely more elevated recipes in here, which I personally like. Like this is a prawn and pistachio tagliolini. How do you even tagliolini?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Whoa. But pistachios are bomb. Artichoke and black pepper fettuccine. That sounds so good. Artichoke on everything.
Does. I need to go buy artichokes, and now it's snowing and I can't leave the house.
I know. Oh. This is a honey chorizo and pea toast. So something very simple, easy breakfast meal. Moving forward, a holiday when the sky is gray. Cute.
I know.
Yeah, all the time. We even have drink options, aperitivo hour. We have all kinds of desserts in here trickled through, which is really nice. So if you are looking for a really cute dinner or breakfast or dessert for 2 kind of cookbook, this is definitely a great option. There's lots of cool stuff in here, salads. So check this one out. I really like it. It's cute. And it's got great photos. Very good photos.
Nice.
Yeah.
I looked through my next cookbook, and I think this is my last one because I forgot to put show-stopping cakes in the carousel. So we're going to talk about that on another live stream.
Darn.
I know. They're pretty crazy. Maybe I'll just flip through it for a second. Amazon doesn't like us to show stuff that's not in the carousel, but let's just take a quick.
Oh, cute.
Here we go. It's really pretty.
Oh my, that is gorgeous.
So we'll look through this another day and torture ourselves with yet another dessert book.
Okay.
But I checked. Oh no, I bought this one. The Shared
Ooh.
Kitchen. Beautiful meals made from the basics. Turns out it's about a bunch of hippies that live together, and they don't use the word hippie or the word commune, but they share a kitchen because they all live together. And I'm not sure what the deal is. This is really heavy. And here's what I love about this cookbook. The chapters are just ingredients. So there's an entire apple chapter, and all the recipes in the chapter will be about apple.
Oh,
Banana,
cool.
broccoli, capsicum. What's I thought capsicum was a spice?
No.
Is it an onion? I don't know. Carrot, cauliflower, eggplant, kale, lemon, mushrooms, onion, potato. I'm going to go straight to potato. So you figure out what you want to make. Here's one of the hippies. Sorry. Old school apple custard pull apart. Or maybe you don't want that. Red pepper spice, I think, says Jen. Oh, thank you. They're cooking together. And rustic apple pie.
Oh, that looks good.
Or now we're in banana. And they have about 5 recipes per. So a lot of these are desserts so far because banana. Satay broccoli mince with soba noodles.
Oh, yum. Oh.
I like ingredient-focused cookbooks, and I like step-by-step photos. So what if you had a bunch of carrots? You're like, what do I do with these? Well, you could make golden carrot falafels with hummus and flatbreads. And I have to laugh at how many hippies eat falafel and hummus. They just love it. Cauliflower and 4-cheese lasagna. I hope there's a bigger picture. Nope. Whole roasted cauliflower with harissa marinade and almond crust.
That sounds good.
Ooh, I have
That
so
sounds
many
really
options for
good.
using my cauliflower today.
Yeah.
Sticky sesame cauliflower with noodles and herby salad.
Yum.
I'm going to cherry pick some really good photos before we finish this live stream. Kale, I'm moving on. Lemon. Yay, lemon. Beer battered lemon tofu with smashed cucumber salad.
Oh.
I never thought of beer battering my tofu.
No.
And
That
I have
sounds
so
good.
much tofu in the house right now. Oh my gosh. Nice. Lots of pictures of the people living at the home that's not a commune. Pumpkin scones with whipped butter. So I like that a lot of these could be used for seasonal recipes. Spiced pumpkin cinnamon scrolls. We have to stop looking at desserts. That is the Shared Kitchen. I will be exploring this more respectfully and more fully over on YouTube when I post my cookbook look-through video. We have lots of them, hundreds of them, over at the Cookbook Divas YouTube channel. So look for that if you'd like to see very comprehensive look through the cookbooks. But they are previews, not reviews, because we don't have time to cook or make anything out of them before we do the preview. Woo!
That's true.
Did we cover everything in the carousel that we wanted to? I want to flip through and
Let's
see if we forgot anything. I think we did it, including all my little commercials. Nope, candle. I was going to talk about the candles that I'm burning in my kitchen today. Do you see those in the? Yes, here they are. So my house smells like dogs terribly. Love them, but they are 2 fluffy, stinky retrievers, and we can't often bathe them because they swim in the lake, and there's no point. These are by a company called Les Cadeaux, and they're known for their melamine dishes that you can put in the dishwasher and serve at outdoor parties. They have beautiful packaging, excellent gift candle. This one is fresh Sicilian lemon.
Ooh.
And I have been burning it to make it seem like spring is on the way. I'm probably not going to burn it today because it's snowing. I'm going to get out one of my leftover pumpkin spice candles from Halloween.
Yeah.
But it comes in this beautiful melamine container.
Wow.
And my friend's mother's house has a kitchen with blue and yellow like this, and she kind of coveted this, and I forgot I was going to give it to her, and I lit it. Oops. So now I have to get her own. When you're done burning the candle, and you can see how the wick is too long, I have to trim that before I burn it again, or it'll get sooty. But it just smells like springtime, and it really refreshes a gray day that's not snowing. And when you're all done, you can freeze the rest of the wax in the freezer for a couple hours, and that makes it easier to dig out with the knife. Wipe this clean or throw it in the top shelf of the dishwasher. You could use it to store coins on the counter, jewelry. You could probably eat out of it. I would probably check the manufacturer's webpage, Les Cadeaux, or the Amazon listing. I think you can eat out of it once you sanitize it.
Wow.
And the other fragrance they have, which I don't have in the carousel, but you can click down through and explore. This one, I think, is my actual favorite. It's the orange blossom flower, Fleur d'Orange.
Oh.
And it smells like the blossoming orange trees that I used to have in my house before I moved and had to give them away because they weren't going to survive a snowy winter. And this one is a slightly different decoration.
Oh, cute.
With little, it looks like lemons, but it's an orange scent. It's very confusing. Anyway, and I'll be able to reuse this too. And I have a white kitchen. I like having blue and yellow in it in spring and summer. So I bought these gifts for myself, but notice the gorgeous gift box that they come in. And my final thing I wanted to show you today on our fun Amazon show and tell is my other kitchen candle, Caldrea Sea Salt Neroli.
Ooh.
So if you like citrus, fresh, refreshing scents, this one is nice because it's very beachy, but not too citrusy.
Oh,
You're not like, oh, lemonade. It's just very salt, fresh air. I feel like I'm at the beach, etc. And it looks so cute on the counter. In my kind of, right now, it's kind of dark because it's snowing. It just looks so pretty and cheers me up. And I guess I'm in a yellow mood today.
Yes,
so,
you
what
are.
can I say? So this is by Caldrea, and they also make homekeeping, counter sprays, hand wash, dishwashing soap, etc. in the same scent. Yay!
Oh my goodness. That's cool.
But would you like to wrap up our stream, Katie? Because I've been doing so much talking.
Sure. Yes. Make sure to give us a follow if you do like cookbooks and other awesome things, and to join us on all of our socials and check out other cookbook fun things on our website. You can find that all right here in this traveling banner right here, and our YouTube channel, because we will be doing a lot more deep diving into these cookbooks, so you can see things page by page and get a bigger view and scope of everything. So check us out, and thank you guys so much for watching. It means a whole lot to us, and we will see you on the next live stream. Thanks,
Andy. Here, bye. I hope you're streaming. I'll watch your stream tomorrow, Andy. Bye.
Yes. Bye.